had problems with fraud. We still have some, but we had problems with impersonation cases, as I think do all officers. The kind of classic example is that if someone perhaps is sent to prison for a period, they may feel, and others may feel, that it's in their interest to continue their claim to benefit. So we did have cases of impersonation where perhaps a cousin or a brother would come in on that person's behalf and continue to claim the money.
Last year, a total of £6 billion was paid out in unemployment benefits in offices like this all over the UK. But an estimated 10% was claimed illegally. That's over £600 million lost in fraudulent claims.
Supposedly, your signature is a unique mark that guarantees that you are who you say you are. But with a bit of practice, an expert forger can easily learn how to copy someone else's signature. And if they manage to fake a signature on an important legal document, like a will, or indeed down at the benefit office, that could have very serious consequences.
What people have always wanted is a cheap and reliable system that can identify them at the stroke of a pen.
Something scientists have struggled to do for decades. For nearly 25 years, Tomorrow's World has been reporting on the latest in signature recognition.
Using one of these things, for the first time, it's possible for a computer to feel the way that a signature is being committed to paper. Let me show you.
Back in 1972, Tomorrow's World showed the first system.
And it's that signature which
10 years later, scientists had a new idea.
Forgeries.
And in 1991, they still hadn't given up.
Uh-oh. No groceries for you, Judith.
But although our demos always worked, the transfer from studio to real world has been less successful. But now, scientists believe they've finally cracked it. And it's been developed in the most unlikely of places, the top-secret nuclear research establishment. Here, a team was working with systems which could identify unique traces from chemicals, their so-called chemical signatures. In a moment of inspiration, the researchers wondered if the same technique could be used for recognizing human signatures.
Every chemical has its own unique chemical signature, and that can be used to automatically identify the presence of a chemical in a mixture of materials. By making a more sophisticated version of this program, we thought it would be possible to analyze quickly human signatures and make a comparison and come to a judgment about whether a signature is a good one or a forgery.
Their hunch turned out to be spot on. They've developed a new system that finally seems to work. It's so impressed benefit officers that it's been put on trial in Newcastle and here in Merseyside to help stamp out fraud. This new signature recognition technology uses something called a neural network.
Now, rather like the human brain, it recognizes patterns, whether they be behavioral patterns or stock market results.
As I sign my name, the system looks not only at the shape of the individual letters in my signature, but also the speed at which I write them. And that should make it very difficult for a forger to fake my signature. Because even if they can copy the shape accurately, they're not going to know the speed and rhythm with which I write. Well, that's the theory. Time to put it to the test.
Well, Mike here has been practicing my signature for the past couple of days. Let's see if he can fool the system.
I'll give it
my
best shot.
It.
Nice, thank you.
Right, let's see what... Sorry. Rejected. Well, a pretty good attempt. But how do the people feel who have to use this system every time they sign on?
I think it's a good idea because my signature's dead easy to copy. I print my signature, so it makes it more secure to know that if I do that, no one can copy my signature. It's all on computer.
I don't like it very much because every time I seem to use it, it doesn't seem to work for me.
Despite the mixed reaction, the management claims signature recognition is here to stay.
The system seems to have been a success here, and it's not just obvious places like banks and building societies that have shown an interest in it. This office has even had a visit from the American Secret Service, keen to use it in the United States. So it seems after 25 years, a cheap and
one of the city's football clubs to take action over a row of houses which have been allowed to fall into disrepair. The empty houses on Skerries Road in Anfield are owned by Liverpool Football Club, but residents say they're attracting vandals and want the homes re-let. Helen Jacklin reports.
The 9 empty properties on Skerries Road in Anfield are next to Liverpool Football Club and are owned by the Reds. They've been empty for 9 years, and residents in the road say they've been left in such a state it's bringing the whole area down.
It's not very nice at the moment. It used to be a nice road.
Really nice road.
But the trouble is we bought our own houses over there, and values come right down on the houses. You'd never be able to sell while this.
No. The road itself is a nice road, but since Liverpool let these properties go down the neck, which they have done, as you can see, it's not so very nice at all now. Got problems with kids kicking, vandalising the houses, kicking doors in, upsetting the neighbours, and it's not very nice. We just like Liverpool to maintain the houses as they should do. It's their property. It's an anti-Liverpool programme. We're just asking them to maintain them as they should do.
You get visiting supporters coming on a Saturday to to the match, and they're saying, who owns those houses? Why are they like that? And when you tell them it's Liverpool FC own them, they're absolutely amazed that they would have them like this for 9 years.
Residents say because the properties have been derelict for so long, the houses are attracting unwanted attention.
This is number 19 Skerries Road. It's one of...
What happened last week?
Maybe another time, eh, Pat?
A problem shared. I mean, now we're back on